Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday and today we're playing some more solo lane and I'm asking you guys the question, are solo lane hunter picks the new meta? I don't know if the answer is yes or no. All I know is that what you're about to see is dangerous. Do not let this go. This is confidential government information because right now Neith is looking better than ever. Swiggity Smooty coming for that booty in many ways, more ways than one in this skin, but also in solo lane doing a damn fine job. I'm going to talk to you about this build, talk to you about how you might be able to play your favorite hunters in this lane and find some success and obviously dominate the way you want to once you rotate to those team fights. Facing off against a Thor, kind of a weird matchup. Thor's not so good and you can already see playing aggressive. I'm not sure if that's what he knows about. One of the big things with solo lane, let's throw some tips out there to always get the value rolling, is that those archers in the back line, so important to clear them out quickly. And that's got to be your main priority. Your jungler hopefully will grab your blue after that first wave. You can rotate over there like the Ratatosker did. And then you can get that, have a lot of mana. Neith already with a Transcendance 2 start. The second range, I forget what the item is, but right before I have a full Transcendence unlocked, is actually pretty good for mana. It's pretty good for power. It's actually just as good as Hunter's Blessing if you're going to go for attacking the power of these minions here in the back line. It's actually a little bit more. It's about 50 each. I've tested this. And also Mage's Blessing, the clear isn't that impressive. So I actually really like starting Transcendence on her. Devil's Gloves is another thing. You're going to get about the same amount of power as far as your basic attacks, clearing the way. But Devil's Gloves will give you some lifesteal. Transcendence just give you some more power and a lot more sustain. So overall, kind of my favorite start thus far that I've tested for Neith. Again, I'm focusing these archers because they're there. And this Thor's playing so aggressive, I don't want to accidentally underestimate his power. And that's one of the things that I think so many people can do. But you see, I hit him. I've got minions and I've already put him at half health. I have a health pot and he hasn't cleared the wave, and that's the big thing that he keeps doing. He's aggressing on me. He's getting my health down, sure, but you want to clear the wave. Now, I mentioned the archers earlier. You want to find those archers because they have less health and they do more damage. So if you can shoot the archers and get them down, it's going to help your own wave stay up longer. And then when that person wants to fight you, if they're trying to go ahead and aggress on you and to turn it into a 1v1, with your minions there, you will be able to dominate them. They will lose health so fast early game, and that is something that a lot of players who are new to solo lane don't forget. They think, oh, there's a guy here. I got to kill him. No, early game, respect the minions, bro. Respect the minions, please. Do not die a minion death. I do not want to see that for you guys because that is no good. Here, though, I see the Thor playing a little bit more aggressive, and he's only a couple shots away, and I have plenty of health, so I feel good about kind of forcing him away from lane, poking him out. I've already hit a few basic attacks, and because I used my one through the wave, I'm able to damage him and damage the minions, so they're only a few shots away. He was going to back, but instead uses his hammer on those early minions there. Try to find him with the Spirit Arrow, but it's not enough, and I'm going to back off. If you guys saw my Twitter, at Raynday Gaming, I already posted a little bit of a cool moment from this game, so stay tuned for that. If you're not following, go ahead on twitter.com/Raynday Gaming and check me out because sometimes I'll post some sneak peek cool moments from games that I play in Smite and Paladins or whatever, and you guys can kind of see some of the highlights of the episode, so make sure to do that if you aren't. And so far, again, just really thankful that all of you guys are coming in spades to the channel, whether it's Paladins, whether it's Smite. I just love the support that you guys are giving me. And as a guy who's here living in Georgia in the video game industry and sometimes has a lot of time to make videos, sometimes doesn't, you guys seem to really get me and get my passion, and so I really appreciate that. And again, as a family, a Rainstorm community, it's just so good to see so many familiar faces in the comment section. So keep it up, guys. I really do know this, and it really does mean a lot to me. So far, we're doing really good. I just hit level 5, and now it's time to back. And obviously, you see there's a fight going on. One of the best things about Neith solo lane is that she can, very much like Apollo or very much like other places, and this is literally just me fat fingering while speaking and not obviously having a very good control over some of these dynamics in the game. But one of the best things you can do, I'm also playing at my office, which is very, very different for me than playing at my own setup at home. It's so much more comfortable. The sensitivity was like 25 when I started this. But you can control fights from all across the map, and this is kind of called a global ultimate because it hits all map long. You say a global map presence, and that's what Neith brings to the table, very much like Apollo, who could jump up into his chariot and be from one side of the lane on one side of the map to the other instantly. So she has that presence. It's a long range shot. It auto confirm hits. It does damage based on how long you charge it and how far it goes in terms of travel distance, and so it's going to be very impactful in terms of helping your duo lane, your mid lane, either survive from ganks. Look at this right here already. I was going to be able to finish off that Poseidon, who Avids ends up taking down luckily. But I would have cleaned that up. So there's a lot of great opportunities to do it, and it stuns when it lands. Not only does it damage, it also stuns. So again, great follow-up. Trying to see what this Thor has built. Gone into some early defense. Mail of Renewal. A little bit of an interesting choice for him. And that's kind of why, although he's aggressing on me, he's not really in kill potential ever. But you saw how much damage he did to me early game. Even building defense Thor is a bad mamma jamma. So you do not want to give him any less credence than he is due. Play safe, but play smart and play aggressive. Play without fear, so to speak. Don't play safe and play aggressive, but play without fear. Tread that line, because it is very important that despite, you know, being aware of what's going on, you're not scared of your opponent, but you respect them. And as you can see, he's there trying to set up these waves. Now, one of the best ways for Neith to clear wave easily, and I'm not doing this very well right now, and I should have done this early game, so I apologize for not showing this to you guys. This Thor looks to be really low, stuns me out, and I've just got the range on him. One shot, the 163 from the Spirit Arrow will help me to get 2 basics, keep them in place, and boom, shakalaka. We've got first blood on our end, in our lane, and already get some pressure onto the tower, which we've been slowly but surely dominating as well. But one of the things you can do that really help is actually use your backflip. You go into your wave and you backflip. And what this will do is it will apply damage. It will also apply a slow to anyone. It will create what we like to call a weave. For Neith, she has this passive called Broken Weave, and every time an enemy god dies, or every time she uses her 3, she creates a weave on the ground. Now what happens is her ultimate or her Spirit Arrow can hit that weave and travel through it, and if it does, it will not only do the damage of the Spirit Arrow if you're able to hit someone like that, but if a weave was there, it would also explode in an area, rooting everyone in that area and detonating, causing an additional 100% of the damage. Now that is a big deal. It means that you're basically doing double damage onto a single target if you're able to hit a weave and a Spirit Arrow all onto one. But it also means if a group of people are trying to run through a jungle or they're trying to aggress onto you, you can set up weaves defensively so that if you see someone creeping on the left side, you got a ward out there, pretending you guys buy wards because I know y'all don't. If you're able to go ahead and just set that weave up, backflip, and then maybe that sets it up, or maybe you've already got one from somebody dying there earlier, you could shoot that weave and just root everyone in place, do a ton of damage, and immediately turn the tides of that aggression. And so that's one of the things that will also help you to, that double damage, what I'm talking about in the area, will really help you clear the wave. You'll basically be clearing it twice as fast, which is at about level 3, with 2 points in your 1 and 1 point in your 3, your backflip. You will be able to full clear the wave almost instantly with that 3-1 combo. It's just not as safe because you use your escape. And so that's one thing to kind of always be aware of. You get better clear, but you use your escape. So if Thor had somebody helping him out, trying to aggress onto the jungle, you'd be able to be in trouble. As I see, I'm going onto Thor again. He has the hammer to get away. I've obviously got my ultimate, but I'm not sure I want to use it there. Just want to back off to a safe space. I could be getting aggressed on. There's a Poseidon mid lane. Can we shut him down? Ratatasker up in the air, lands down. And, you know, Poseidon's got nuts on his face. That's literal. We use an acorn to kill people. It's a squirrel god. I don't know what else you guys want me to say. Poseidon does go down. Not on him. Guys, come on. All right, we're getting a little too sexual here. We have to bring it back to a PG level. This is a family channel, damn it. And I'm helping Avids go ahead and get that buff. So we're now in a good spot, 1-0-1. And I'm in the back because obviously I can start getting some things, getting some cash, so to speak. I've got Transcendance. I'm finishing off my boots, and now with Neith, you can kind of play these things 2 ways. As a traditional hunter, you may want to start looking into lifesteal. You may want to start looking into the ability to go for some attack speed, some penetration. Neith does very well, like a lot of other hunters who can build penetration, ability-powered focus builds with power, pen, and obviously like any kind of stat like cooldown reduction or extra mana. I've already got the Transcendence, so mana less of an important thing for me. But cooldown reduction does help because I'm doing so much damage. I'm setting up so much of my damage off of abilities in this route that having the extra mana to do it more often, having the cooldown reduction to do it more often, these things really do help you in terms of being effective in longer term engagements. As Rainbow JC ends up getting Poseidon again. My God, it feels like this Poseidon is just living in his own base, which is unfortunate. And there it is, bloody. I find the kill. They're in an engagement cross map. I'm pushing my lane, and I find the kill there. And that's why it's so cool to be able to see a successful kind of Neith game and how she can be so impactful when it comes to Smite. So now just kind of trying to wait. I don't know where this guy is. Obviously hitting the tower. Trying to get as much as I can. I gotta be careful nobody comes around because that will do that. It's always kind of checking your 6, checking your 3. Taking your 9. Oh, God, here they come. It's Mercury blinking in, coming very, very close to taking me down. I hit the Spirit Arrow on both, but Athena saves her taunt. Oh, man, for the perfect time. And I almost got the Mercury down. He was a little tankier than I would have expected. But that was a blink on Mercury. That was an Athena ult. Another good habit, if you guys aren't into it, to get into is just to say, hey, if any ult was used to kill me, instead of just being back to base, being salty. Oh, my goodness. Oler. Tell Poseidon how you really feel. Spin King not having too much of a fun game here as he just gets literally deleted and sent back to base. That's no bueno. But if you're able to just tell people what abilities was used to kill you, it can let them know on the map to be, hey, I don't have to worry about Athena ult for another 80 seconds. Don't take that info to the grave. You know what I mean? If you got any big secrets, let it go before you go down in life, or, you know, just in games. Just let everybody know that they don't have to worry about that. Mercury blink, I could have called that, but I didn't. It's a little back. The other thing that I've gotten, guys, is Chalice of the Oracle, and this is very important. I'm trying to find that last shot here. There's a fight going, and it looks like I did land onto one. Did they just take him down? Oh no, he's back in action, and that's 277 from downtown. Tom Brady that one, and we ended up getting the Super Bowl. We got the 3rd kill, and I think that's at least the 2nd from just these long-range World Weavers, which, as I said, do more damage. And here's a fight rotating in the Poseidon in the backside. Doesn't necessarily see me. He's still engaged. And we know how low he is. Look at that one. Spirit Arrow will do it. 383 sends him back again. And here's the Thor. I don't know if he sees me trying to set up a weave. I don't have anything to work off yet. The Spirit Arrow is down. That could have done a lot of damage, but not a utility I have. Just hit 12, so I'll get a little bit of XP. A little bit of health, a little bit of mana, a little bit more damage as I head into this. Athena caught her back, and so now she's got to run. We've got Uller chasing as well, so this is important. He gets the stun onto the Thor, and this is bad news for him. Rainbows takes him down. Athena runs away, and I'm trying to backflip. This is one of those things you could do. Turn 180 and then hit the backflip, and I hit this through the wall. Booyah! Another shot. She's got the absorb on the shield. I'm a few shots away. I hit that one. I hit the weave as well, so this is good. The unravel heals me, but I take a few tower shots, and she gets... Oh, and she starts laugh spamming. Really? And now the Hachiman coming in. Oh, she's trying to ult. How about this for some laughs, baby? Take her down. And that just feels so good. I think I've kind of settled myself as to whether this fight went in my way. Rainbows cleans up the Hachiman. Oh, and here's a Poseidon ult. This is like literally not what I needed. After taking him down for the first moment of this fight, it goes on so long that he ends up cleaning me up with the help of Thor. But... hey, we got the laugh spamming Athena, so that's all right. Merc with an ult here actually ends up shutting down our Uller, so this is important. Nice Thor ult as well after the Xingqian, so a lot of situational pressure. And talk about global ults. Thor, Athena, I mean, even Mercury at times can be considered global as far as their reach on the map, so a lot of presence immediately after what seemed like a team fight that went our way. But Ratatosker is here as well. He's got another semi-global ult. This is the game of global ultimates, kind of. And I have mine. If we needed to help, I could ult here and try to just delay or at least buy some time, and that's what a Neith player will want to look for. Can I help my team escape? Can I help finish off a kill? I see obviously an engagement happening. Want to see if I can line it up. That's a lot of damage coming through. It's 289, but it's Athena, so it doesn't kill. And doesn't look like it's setting up for a kill. However, Mickey Boy does go down. And so that's Hachiman on the floor. The bodies hit the floor, and now it is me in a 5-2-4 situation. So iWarrior cleaning it up. And now we get to press. Just that Chalice coming in. It's kind of Fire Giant time. So, you know, as a Smite player, what are we doing, right? We're hitting minions early game. We're focusing on the objectives in order to then kill the teammates. We want the farm. We want the level lead. We want to clear the lane. We want to get the towers. We do want kills, but that's a byproduct because the whole point is not to get as many kills as the enemy team or more. It's to get that Titan down. So now we got to start playing objectives. Fire Giant, Gold Fury starting to become more important. As you can see, team fights are happening a lot more. I've got a good level lead. Level 13, I mean, Hachiman's 9, Athena's 8. We're in a really good spot in terms of taking fights now, and that's what solo lane will often do. Definitely a 5-2 solo lane here. It looks like already we've lost our Xingqian, so this could be bad. I've got my ultimates as well, but Hachiman looks like he's in a bad spot. I missed 2 basics, not good. I actually get hit, and oh boy, that's a lot of damage, and now I have to forcefully use everything. I had the Aegis, and I still have to walk through that, and Ratatosker dives in. Looks like the Merc will go down. I could clean him up here if I need to, and there's the last shot. Rainbows cleans it up, and here as well as the Hachiman. The Athena's trying to come, but we won't allow her in the door. We take him down before she can land. That means we get a free tower. And that means we're able to push to whatever objective that we want. Maybe Pyromancer. Maybe grab these bad boys over here on the right side. Get some more XP. This is what you always want to do. After you win a fight, what XP can I grab? Can I get one of their buffs? Can I push a tower? Can I do something? So far, I'm not really doing anything here, but that's because Thor is kind of pressuring out, and here it is. He could see me. I'm going to heal off of this Unravel, as it does heal off of multiple enemies that you get, debuffing their attack speed as well, doing a pretty decent bit of damage, and allowing, you know, quite a bit of sustain for Neith just in her kit, which is why, you know, Devourer's Gloves is I get the easiest kill of my life. Don't necessarily need to be had for Neith. She can find a lot of sustain in the right moments. Here is the Athena. Oh boy, Mercury with the blink. Swiggity Swooty coming for that booty, but he misses the 180. Hit him with the Spirit Arrow, and the Unravel on multiple people ends up saving my life. Hachiman goes to try and finish me with his one, but it's Loki who stuns him out, and the World Weaver will actually clean it up. I cannot believe I'm alive. I don't know what just happened. I don't know how I turned into freaking Neo from the Matrix, but I dodged that blink dash from Merc and 180 Spirit Arrow that one. And that was that clip from Twitter that I wanted to show you guys. A lot of fun and, of course, really, really exciting kind of gameplay. I honestly do not know how the reactions went that way, but sometimes you're feeling it. Sometimes you're just feeling it. It's 8-2. I actually tagged the Fire Giant here. Not trying to, but I'm setting up a weave. So this is, again, really good because at your objectives, if they're fighting, most teams, most people in this game do not pay attention to weaves. It's just like a side note. They're not really trying. They're not coming in there saying, you know, oh my God, this is the most important thing, you know, of my life. It's kind of like, you know, going to a wedding. You're not out there like, oh man, what do the bridesmaids' dresses look like? You know, you see them, you care, but you're not paying attention. You're not thinking about it. You're like, I want to know what the bride looks like. Now, obviously, in a team fight, there's a lot of other things you're paying attention to, and it's like, I want to get this person. I want to stay alive. The weaves on the ground end up really going by a lot of people's eyes. So you could set them up in spots you know a team fight's going to happen, and just wait till your prey walks into that trap, and boom, the Spirit Arrow damage is ridiculous. I've got my ultimate World Weaver. It has to go down now. We're fully charged, and we've got quite a bit of distance here trying to find the right target. I think I hit a tanky one, and that's a problem. Athena ends up body blocking that, so no one goes down from it. And Lino shuts down Avids, and Mickey Boy finds a second. This is not good for me, but here is the Mercury, and he could be in trouble. One more shot. He actually dashes right away, trying to clean him up. Can't get the Unravel onto the Athena in time. You got to say, I would have at least gotten one kill on that World Weaver if I just didn't hit the Athena. Oh, man. All right. Well, that was a bummer. Not every World Weaver goes your way. And that's the one thing, if you're playing against Neith, you should know, like, you can body block this. So you could see it coming when you get this ultimate shot on you, right? You select your target from that distance, and it travels that whole way. It may take some time if you're cross map. If your teammates can see it happening towards you, and they can step in front of it and take it. Say you're a front line, you're a support. You say, all right, listen, I know that my backline's about to get Neith ulted. I see it coming. I'm just going to stand in front of them, body blocking the direction of where it is, and we should be Gucci. Level 17 now. My biggest discrepancy is now 7 levels above the Athena, who must just be building a ton of defense because somehow I am still not doing much damage to her. I've got Pen and everything. Jotunn's, Aussie, working on some chins potentially, maybe a little bit of Eggsy. Benefits with Eggsy is you get that debuff that then can apply to a lot of your abilities as well. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's your ability. I think it might be your basic attacks. I know Titan's Bane does apply to your abilities, and so that's kind of the thing. When you're building Hunter, sometimes you go for that attack speed, and then you go into some crit. You go for some pen, but right now, just the way Neith operates, very, very happy to do a ton of damage to my abilities here. My basic attack's still hitting for a decent amount. I don't have as much sustain as I'd like, but that wave, fighting near that, actually helps me to sustain pretty healthily here. I know Thor maybe wrap it around. I saw him go inside, or maybe he's just rotating to this camp. Loki obviously is very aggressive. He backs, so maybe that's what Thor was sniffing out. And now he sees me looking for the wave. I don't want to hit my weave just yet. Maybe a couple of pokes. Get him low. I'm still a few levels ahead of him. I don't have to use all of my cards quite yet. I do want to try to clear this wave, though, and force him into a bad spot. Get more poke onto him. The debuff of the attack speed. Taking a little bit of tower damage here and now. I got to be careful. Left side could be coming for me. That's the Athena. I knew something was happening. I want to back away, and this is the 180. She dives, but she doesn't have the taunt anymore. I tried to explode it, but actually missed. It's not that it couldn't have gone through, it's just that I didn't hit it, and now the Athena with the taunt at the wrong time. We end up helping Warrior to clean up the Thor, and this is good. The debuff of the Unravel all the way into the Xingqian ultimate for the Athena to go down. Rainbows gets the official kill, but this gives us a tower. This gives us maybe a Phoenix. I'm going to sustain a little bit off of this wave, but things are looking good for us heading into late game. Could this be it? This might be the game, right? A little low there, but that's a very, very good use of the meditation that's going to keep us a little healthier. I'm pretty decent after the heal, and everyone's saying go, 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 but Hachiman's here. They've got a few spawning. Mercury will be spawning very soon. His ultimate might be bad to deal with. Xingqian getting low because he's taking so much focus, and that is the Merc ult that he does have, so we've got to be careful. It's not that Merc can't do damage. Lines it up for me, actually. I've got my Aegis. I don't know if I can get out of this. I use it now. They've bursted me down. That's a good stun from Thor. I'm able to back away. I get the Unravel, but I don't know if I can do it. The spin to win gives him the keys to the castle, and so, you know, obviously a lot of guys trying. I'm an Egyptian goddess in this game. Not a lot of people are at the level I'm at. I'm not just accepting invitations from any dude out here. Thor, maybe making it work, but so far they're gonna have to do a lot more than that. Only one time he's taken me down. I think that was like a real. He's always at the end of fights. You know, I can't give you too much on that, Thor. I can't really give you much, but I will say going into chins and now potentially working into some crit could be interesting for me. I also have the ability to go into some pin. And the other question I'm having is anyone working on lifesteal? Is there ability for me to go into a Brawler's Beat Stick, something like Crusher? Obviously, Brawlers would be more lifesteal oriented, but again, Titan's Bane as well after that. The attack speed, the pin, the power, the additional power seems like a pretty interesting choice. I think I could still adjust onto Brawler's Beat Stick if I need that. And that is something to look at because I think the Hachiman is going into some lifesteal, and I think also Poseidon actually started with Bane Cross, so he's getting a little bit from that. You saw how much damage he can output. Pretty hard to deal with. So it's 8-3-9. Big fight here coming from Idurgan. He actually gets Mickey Boy, which is good. So we're gonna slow it here, just warding up the Fire Giant, trying to find some, I think, just rhythm with our team. As you notice, a lot of the team fights have been a little scattered. I'm kind of coming in late, and that's fine because I do a ton of damage. That was that weave I think I actually set up when Thor and Athena were chasing me to start that whole engagement that just ended with that kind of Phoenix bust push. And you can see on the right side, they are paying attention to just pushing this back. Loki helps to bring a few more of the engagements getting hot. I can see on my mini-map on the top right that a lot of people are fighting Avids. Finds a kill onto Poseidon, so that's good. A lot of AoE clear. And right now, what I'm thinking is maybe I could just push. I mean, no one's here on the right side. I've got my ultimate. Maybe I can help on somebody. I've got minions pushing into this lane. I'm very good at clearing, and this could be good. Hachiman is getting low. I said, you know what? Let me just save it. I kind of used it a little bit earlier than I wanted to last time, and now maybe we can get Phoenix. Finish this off. Basic attacks are working. So it seems like we might be in a decent spot here to take this thing down. Merc is coming. We know that. Maybe we can... Ooh, I don't have beads. Ooh, and threw me into the tower. Not as survivable as I thought, and Hachiman's there as well. I actually get taken down pretty easily, but maybe since Uller is here, that should be an easy takedown for him, and my whole team rotates right. Get the Phoenix pretty low. I know Uller's kind of concerned. Looks like he is building a little bit of lifesteal, but I'm still going to be careful and call it off. And I think right now it's just like the whole team pushing one. I almost pushed right, but it didn't really work out for me. And so we can go for Crusher. Let's see what he's running. A lot of defense. Look at this Merc. Hiding me in Lion Steel. I mean, this guy's running very, very defensive oriented build. And I think that's why it's very difficult for me to fight him, despite me having a ton of pin and despite me not critting very often, which would have been making that hide a little worse. It's just still very difficult to kind of burn through him. As you can see, we're playing against a 3-man team. We've got a 3-man team as well. So the Uller, the Jing, the Rat, they're all together. As you can see with the clan tags. Usually this is, you know, something that just happens on the weekend. People just like to play together. And so you'll get into a lot of games where you're kind of thrown in. At least at my elo, I kind of get into the games where I'm thrown into, you know, not the 5v5, but the obviously the 3v3, 3v2, and they need two, you know, random dudes who can kind of hold their own here. And honestly, it's been a lot of fun. So far, our team's getting the better, and always better when that happens. super aggressive stuff, and that's kind of why they're fighting by themselves and kind of saying, hey, show up when you can. We know you're kind of holding your own here. Xing getting really low as well, but that's the Merc getting low, and I found him, and this should be it. Unless somebody body blocks, that's a guaranteed kill for me, and we do. Mighty Use goes down. That's a nice one to start things off, 47-18, and boy, oh boy, we have made it happen. I just got to shoot from the hip emote there, or not emote, it's an achievement. So maybe that means I've killed 4, or maybe I've gotten 5 this entire map with that ultimate. This entire game, that might have just been a little achievement unlocked. I have gotten a lot, I will say that. It's at least 3. So 3 to 5, definitely what I'm looking for there. Pyromancer, that's a nice solo buff. We just get some speed heading in from the base now, and Rainbow's SJ fighting on the right side. Ullr, so good at the 1v1, man. You just can never take your eyes off him versus, you know, so many other champions. It's just, you're dead. You're just gone. Setting up a weave here in case they do want to aggress. We need Thor in the mid lane. I'm a little low, and I'm kind of thinking, God, it'd be great to have some sustain here. Obviously, I have my Unravel, but just some bigger sustain. You will sustain more if you use your Unravel on a weave. That is something to note. Any broken weaves in the area are removed, healing Neith an additional amount, and if you get that weave, it's 160 at max rank, plus 30% of your physical power. I think right now I'm at 246 physical power. I believe that's what I'm at. So that would mean that obviously 30% of that, which would be in the ballpark of around 75-ish, that'd be added on to 130. So about 200 extra in terms of the healing. And for a gal that's only got 2,000 health, that's an extra 10%. That's a big deal for me, and that really does push me into a feeling comfortable zone versus maybe still wanting to get out of that fight. So be aware of setting up these weaves. Again, just cleaning this lane up as much as possible. They're pushing it as best they can because they've got fire minis on that side. You see the Ratatasker jumping in. Can I find something? Loki getting out very early. That's a good ult from Jingshan. Puts him in the dishwasher, and now wants to see where the cycle lands, and it does actually put him in a bad spot, but I'm here to clean up, and this is some very low members on the enemy team. I might be able to help clean this game. Jingshan now is very low, and they don't know I'm around the corner, so wanted to set the weave up, but get immediately taunted by Athena. This could be bad, or this could be good. We hit the burst, we hit it onto the Athena. The Hachiman misses the stun. The knock up from Jing helps me to unravel, and that's a double for ya boy. We get 2. Thor lands post haste, and this is not a good look for him. I'm trapped here. Really good barrier, but unfortunately, Ullr also heard y'all were fighting, and that's just never a good sign. Thor gets melted. It's Mighty Use, the Mercury getting melted as well. Everybody is turning to dust, and that seems to be a deicide. Poseidon back up, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stop this onslaught. The Phoenix is here, but 2 hunters late game, and the way that we've been playing 12 and 4, and I'm sure my boy is even higher than that. Don't really care about that one. Nice jump out of the Kraken to avoid instant death. Looking for maybe the stun onto the Poseidon. I know that somebody's aggressing, and again, this right side can be pushing with the fire minion, so let's help that along. Still looking to finish the game. Athena with a nice taunt, and Poseidon still carrying away. If I can get this mage damage off the board, it might be enough to help us to finish it off, and there it is, a nice route. We gotta burst this Athena down. So tanky. What a great front line for them. The slow, the debuff, the thorns come out, but we can clean her up, and that should do it. Got a fully charged arrow, so let's stop Hachiman from being involved in this fight, and there's the Titan melting. It's melting, and we might just get the W. It looks like it will be the dishwasher for safety, and the backflip leaves us in the lead. That's the victory, 55-20, 30,000, oh no, 20,000 gold ahead of the enemy team. Ullr saying his ult is down, but it seems like that information not so necessary at this point as we claim the victory. It was a long, hard-fought battle, but we ended up doing it. And again, showing how fun it can be to play solo lane hunter. So let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously doing a little Neith dance to close it out. One of the favorite, one of the basic, one of the best beginner hunters in all of Smite, and honestly one of my favorite games to be able to showcase how hunters can be kind of flexible, even in mid lane, as you saw. I think it was the Ullr who was a mid lane hunter. So mid lane hunter, you know, solo lane hunter. What's next? Support hunter. I've seen it all, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to stay tuned for more Smite action. And again, guys, let's talk about it. Hunter, solo, is it real? Is it fake? I'm going to be streaming on twitch.tv/Raynday over the next couple of days and trying to figure that out. So make sure to join me if you guys can. As always, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.